Most of us want to stay in our own homes as we grow older, but over time, the physical environment of a multi-story house can transition from a familiar sanctuary into a landscape of daily physical barriers. The friction usually starts with small, everyday indicators. You might catch the railing after a slightly missed step, or realize how much effort it takes to push yourself up and out of a deep living room armchair. Solutions are complicated by confusing terminology. This diagram separates three categories: the chairlift, stairlift, and lift chair. A stairlift travels along a staircase track. A lift chair is a powered recliner assisting you to stand. Chairlifts are for ski resorts. Resolving these mobility challenges requires strategically matching precise technology to the specific room where the friction occurs to restore independence and flow. The living room is often the first site of mobility friction, specifically during the transition from sitting to standing. This movement creates significant biomechanical strain on the knees and hips. A power recliner, or lift chair, addresses this by gently lifting and tilting the entire base forward, reducing the muscular effort needed to reach a standing posture. Entry-level motor systems coordinate the chair's movement in fixed patterns. In 2-position and 3-position models, the backrest and the footrest are mechanically synchronized, reclining together as the legs elevate. This dual-motor architecture enables an infinite position system, allowing you to adjust the backrest and footrest independently, even reaching a flat position for sleeping. This control also enables zero-gravity angles, elevating legs above the heart to reduce back pressure and promote circulation. For tight floor plans, wall hugger engineering allows the chair to operate without hitting the wall. The seat glides forward on a recessed track as it reclines, maintaining a tight, unchanging clearance that saves valuable floor space. Matching a chair's specific motor configuration to a user's physical needs transforms the living room from a site of struggle back into a space-efficient sanctuary. We move now to the staircase, which represents the highest fall risk and the most dangerous friction point in a multi-story home. Selecting a solution begins with a clinical assessment. Can the user independently and safely transfer from a standing position into a seat? If independent transfer is possible, a track-based stairlift offers an optimal, low-impact solution that fits directly onto the existing staircase. These systems rely on hidden safety mechanisms to prevent accidents, including pressure-sensitive sensors that stop the carriage if they detect an obstruction, and overspeed governors to prevent an uncontrolled descent. The architectural requirements shift significantly if the user relies on a wheelchair and cannot perform that independent transfer. To avoid dangerous mid-air lateral transfers, wheelchair users often require a home elevator or platform lift. As this architectural layout shows, this choice shifts the spatial footprint from a simple track on the stairs to a shaft cutting vertically through the home's floor plan. The user's long-term mobility trajectory dictates this choice, making the selection of an elevator a rigorous clinical decision. Outside the home, porches and decks introduce a new environmental threat: moisture. Exterior models must be fully weatherized to protect their electrical components. These lifts utilize waterproof traveling covers and marine-grade vinyl seating, designed to operate in temperatures ranging from 0 to 125 degrees. Charting out this physical infrastructure often leads to the logistical challenge of funding these modifications. Medicare has very specific limits. It generally only covers the motorized lifting mechanism inside a lift chair, not the chair itself, and it rarely provides any coverage for residential stairlifts. High-yield funding often comes from alternative sources. For example, the VA's HISA grant provides up to $6,800 for disabled veterans who require medically necessary home modifications for service-connected conditions. Understanding this financial architecture and identifying available grants is just as vital as selecting the hardware itself. These modifications combine to transform the home's spatial flow. The stairs are neutralized, the living room provides restorative support, and the exterior remains accessible. Successfully aging in place requires a proactive, strategic adaptation of the environment to match a user's changing physical needs. By cutting through the jargon and precisely matching lift technologies to specific spatial barriers, seniors and caregivers can erase environmental friction and confidently reclaim their independence.